look at this code here. This was the code from one of those indicators I was showing you a while ago. I'll post all this on enivids site, earn4x.com, in the thread mq4 code or something like that. This here is start function. The init I and init limit, easy to memorize that, nothing to it, that's standard. For I equals 0, I less than limit, I plus plus. Again, easy to memorize, that's standard. What this is saying is, first let me say what it's saying. It's saying if the QQE is greater than its signal line, then QQE up equals 0. Now, if you think about it, if the QQE isn't greater than its signal line, then it has to be less than or equal to its signal line. So if the QQE is greater than its signal line, up equals 0. Otherwise, or else is what the term is, QQE down equals 0. And this right here is just the I custom for that. I mean, it's standard, easy to see, easy to read, easy to memorize. I custom null. Null, I could just as easily put symbol there. 0 is the time frame of the chart. In other words, whatever time frame it is. QQE is the name of the indicator. 5 is the periods. True is for an alert. 0 is the buffer. I has to do with this. Is greater than, the same thing again, except in this case buffer 1. Buffer 0 is the QQE itself. Buffer 1 is the signal line. Now, if you've never seen code before, I can imagine how confusing that is, but you'll see how easy this is to work with here in a second. So that's all it is, and here's what it looks like on the chart without the QQE. So all we're doing is just the lines part. If you remember those lines, it was like 9 of them. So if the QQE, which is the green, is greater than the signal line, then the here is QQE up in its aqua color, and it's equal to 0. When the QQE crosses below the signal line, the color is going to be magenta, because QQE down was magenta. Magenta, aqua. And I just put the QQE on here so you could see that's what it's doing. See, when it rises above the signal line there, see, this turns aqua, crosses below the signal line, magenta. Okay, so let me get rid of this. I just want you to see that that's how that works. So the thought is, with this one thing here, when it turns aqua, the price should go up, and you see it did. When it turns magenta, we would think that the price would go down, and it kind of did. Same thing here. Look at this down here, magenta, down. It's not 100%, nothing is. Up, and so forth. There, aqua, up, magenta, down. This is one of those deals a while ago that had the 9 lines. Okay, so now let's go back to another one. Let's go back to the code. Let's say if we wanted to put another one in there. Well, you wanted 2 lines. You saw I had 9. Well, down below here, I've got them commented out. Let's do this one right here. I'm just going to cut it. Cut. I'm going to go up here and put it in right here. And if you had something, let's say you had another indicator, and you wanted to put it here, you would get the iCustom, figure out how the iCustom should be coded, and just say it had a signal line or whatever it would be. It could be RSI above 50 or anything. You could just take out this part, put in your part, and you could leave TSR up alone. That doesn't really matter. Then the line would be whatever you wanted it to be on the chart. And in this case here, I have QQE up is zeros, TSR up is .2, or if it's TSR, if it's down, it's .2 but a different color, aqua, magenta. And all this is saying is if the TSR on this bar is greater than the TSR from last bar, then TSR must be going up. Kind of common sense. Okay, so let's compile this. Compile now. Let's go to this, and we got two lines. Here's the TSR, and I don't know if I did well, no, this is QQE right there. See how it says QQE up 0, 0 and all that. There's TSR up. It's a .2. That's what we set it for. So in this case right here, because we're trying to have confirming, this was the whole point of all those lines, was to confirm a better signal. This might be from here, from right there down, might be the better signal, because both of them are agreeing. QQE is relative strength. TSR is a moving average. So they're not the same family. Here, both of them are aqua, so we would think the thing would move up, which it did. It's not 100%. Here, both of them are magenta. We would think it would move down. Okay, so let's go back to the code. Let's say we wanted to put in another one. Now, you could put in whatever you wanted to. You put in your own, change it up, change the name, sell it on eBay. I don't care. It's got to be worth at least $1, you would think. Let's do both of these. So I have them down here commented out. That way I can just do like this, and it makes it look like I'm doing something. It's faster for you. Okay, cut. Let's go up here. Let's put both. Now we're limited, and I'll show you how to get around that limitation. We're limited to 8 buffers in mq4. You can only have 8. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're maxed out our buffers. I'll show you how to get around it. This time, it's the alma. If the alma, this bar, is greater than the alma last bar, then alma must be going up. And it's a .4. So in other words, the lines are increasing each time. And you could have decreased them or whatever, but they're increasing here. And this also is if the stochastic is going up. If the stochastic is greater than its signal line, then it must be going up. And it's a .6. Let's compile this. And let's go back. Now we've got 4 lines. And you can see, is it a better signal? Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I like to think it is. I wouldn't have had that indicator on there a while ago just for the fun of it. I like to think. I feel more comfortable selling when all of these are magenta. And we're talking about, at least in my case here, real money. I would not trade with real money until I could double my account with 0.01 lots. I would wait. You don't need to be a millionaire next week. I would wait. Here, because they're all 4, I'm more interested in buys. I don't have to buy. I might want to sleep. What is this? 4 hour? No, it's a daily chart. I might want to sleep. But I'd be more interested in buys. Here, I'd be more interested in sales. And if I miss some of it, that's okay. I don't care. I'm not trying to make everything. All right, now, there's 4. If you remember, I had 9 a while ago. So how do you do that? Well, you come right here, and you put something like this: if A and you have to do these little deals here, if hopefully you know what I'm talking about with that. Okay, if A, in other words, now if A is false, nothing is going to be on there. So let's compile this. And I don't know that, let's see here. Let me go. Okay, see, nothing's on there because there's nothing that because I have them set to false. Let's go up. See, I have A false. I have A, B, C. They're all false. Let's go back down here. All right, so let's go here. Charts, indicators, inputs. Let's go A true. There they are. So now, how do we get those 9s? Well, I mean, you should have figured that out by now. If A is false, well, then we could have a B. And if B was true, well, then it would do B, right? So what we do is we go here. We just go down here. I'm going to copy all of these this time. See there? If B, let me just go on down. I got them commented out right now. That's why you don't see them. And you see there's a if C. That's why there was 9, because I did another one. Okay, cut. And again, now you could put in anything you want. Okay, so now we got 8. We just took that $1 indicator on eBay and made it $2. So now you get more money. Here's your AO. If the AO is greater than the last AO. Oh, you see how I have TSR is up? This part doesn't really matter, so don't let this confuse you. I'm reusing the same buffers with the same names, and if you do this enough, you'll understand the reason in there, because you sure don't want to have to be renaming buffers and all. So don't let this fact that it says QQE down throw you for a loop. This part really is not that important. And also notice this time I'm going negative. I'm going down, -2, -4, like that. So here, if what is this? Oh, this must be Rocky Horner's EMA wave. If the close is greater than the 34 high, well, then QQE. Well, keep in mind now, it says QQE because I'm reusing the buffer, but Rocky Horner is going up. Let's just, you have to think about it for a little bit, and you'll see. If the close is less than the 34 low, then the Rocky Horner is going down. If the AO is greater than the AO last time, then AO is going up. It says TSR, but I'm just reusing that buffer. And so on. There's the TSR 89 and demarker greater than 50. Let's see. We'll see if this will compile. Yep, it did. Okay, so now let's go back to this. Okay, so now let's go here. What did I call that thing? Lines. Yeah, lines. Let's go here. We're going to drop it right there. And this time, let's make B true. And there is B. And you could continue the same thing. You could put as many on there as you want. And this is, there might be a point of diminishing returns. But what I like about this is I can see what is fast, what is slow, what is effective, and what is not. Because I can put some indicators on here that you say, what in the world was that thing ever invented for? Because they're just ineffective. But look at this stretch through here. All 8 are aqua. Do you really want to be selling right there? I don't think so. Not me. I would rather be buying. Look right here. All except for that one. There is no aquas is another way of saying it. Let's just say there is no aquas. There's only magentas. Do you really want to be buying right there? Not me. I'd rather be selling. Right here, all magentas. I'd rather be selling. And keep in mind this is a daily chart, so you can really get hurt on a daily chart. You can get hurt on a 240 chart. But you could keep this going. You just adjust the numbers. And, I mean, there's no limit. Well, I guess there is a limit, but, I mean, you might have, I have some of these that might have 50 on there. Now, is that overkill? No, because I'm using it to see what's effective and what's not. And surely you see the advantage there. But I'll post this code on enivids site, and you can play with it. You can sell it. And I'll even leave the C part down there. I'll leave the C part down here, so you can put that in there if you want, and you can start your particular. This right here is if this is the PSAR deal right here. But anyway, I think that's enough of that.